guys, Thomas back with another Linscents video. Today we have a fragrance from Lattafa, but before we get into that, just want to say thank you guys again. It is an honor to be playing on one of those electronic devices, whether it's that cell phone, that tablet, that laptop, that Macintosh, that brand new big screen TV, whether you watch me at home, at work, on a plane, a train, or an automobile. However, wherever you watch me, it is an honor. You guys are new to this channel, you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, comment, and like. Likes are very, very important. Now, before I get into this fragrance, going to show you guys a couple stores right there. Give you the darkest spot of the whole section so you can see those discount codes that you can use and save yourself a little bit of money. Now, Lattafa, they have a Lattafa Pride lineup, which I've done plenty of reviews on some of the Lattafa Pride, and this one is no different. This is Lattafa Pride, and this one is called Affection. Now, I must admit that I actually sprayed this a couple times in there when I first got this, probably about a year ago, and then I kind of just let it sit. Now, it wasn't because that's what I, intended to do, but it was something I did, just never did a review on it or a first impressions, and so now it should have had a lot of time to macerate in this box. Okay, it's been in this box. Again, got a whole box of fragrances over here. Now, sometimes when I do open up the fragrances, it's just to put it on the shelf to make it look a little bit more full. And then what I'll do is I'll put them back in the box when it's time to review it. That's how most of the reviewers do too. If you watch people do phone unboxings and reviews, they'll put everything back in the box the way they got it, and then they show it to you just like this. So this is what I'm doing. Again, I have sprayed it about a year ago. Now it's been sitting in here. So again, we all know some of these Middle Easterns need to macerate, if you will. They need to sit. Again, it's almost like a marinade. The longer you let that marinade sit in the meat, the more pronounced the flavor. Okay, so this is no different, hopefully. Now, this is Lattafa Pride. This is called Love. Okay, there is another one I think that is called, I forgot what else it is, but there's an Affection Love, and then I think there's an Affection. I think there might be a Pride one, but nonetheless, this one is, now I forgot honestly if this had like some kind of holder, but this literally is sitting in the box like that. Okay, so like a little mouse in a cage looking for that cheese. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, what's the name of the fragrances, babe? Kayali or whatever? Is that the one? I don't know, because I don't have none of them, but it is like the pistachio fragrance from Kayali. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Kayali, or maybe that's what it is. Kayali, is that the whole name? Kayali, I don't know. I don't have them, and I've never smelled them. So, but I think this one does have like a pistachio note, a prominent pistachio note, and other things going for it. So there you go, Love, nice bottle. And then again, I think this one probably came out right around the time that the vintage radio came out. And again, this one, the thing always gets stuck in the cap. So this was part of the Pride lineup too. Tough Pride. That, by the way, this vintage radio smells so good, kind of grapey, if you will. But we'll see what this one smells like. Again, this is more of a first impressions. Again, it should have had time to sit and mellow out a little bit. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, if it's strong, if it's not strong, this should pretty much be like the tell-all of this fragrance, because again, it's been sitting for a while. So let's see. Now again, this will be like it was like a spray, just smelled in the air, but it wasn't trying to spray and then like really delve into all the notes. So here we go. Let's spray it and see what it's all about. Sprayer is kind of, straight to the point. There's no big fine mist. Okay, so there is this kind of powdery, almost nutty aroma in the air. Doesn't seem as strong as what I would like. Maybe the wife can smell it when she gets closer. Okay, so this kind of has like a powdery, nutty, this almost kind of smells like some kind of lotion. If you put on some kind of body lotion, like the shea butter or stuff like that.
It is strong over here.
Now it does smell like there is she does say it, she can smell it now. Which again, she's about 20 feet away. Okay, so it's kind of nutty. It's kind of powdery, floral. And there's this little bright, smells almost like a cherry or maybe benzoin or something like that. But okay, now
I really like that.
I'm not the one to go around smelling pistachios. The wife really likes it. You know, it's not something that I've smelled often, or I'm like, oh yes, this is definitely pistachio in here, or it's definitely, it's either pistachio or it's pecans in there. No. Here's the thing.
That's not it.
Okay, it is starting to get a little bit more like this mellow, nutty smell. Okay.
Is this it?
Again, there's a little bit of this cherry, like sweet, almost fruity vibe going on here. Not like a fresh fruit, but more of a dense, thick, sweet fruit. Kind of powdery and floral. You know, I can see certain people liking this. Honestly, in my opinion, this is more of a feminine fragrance, as much as they would probably like to sell this as unisex. This, in my opinion, is definitely a feminine fragrance. Obviously, men, you wear whatever you want. But again, honestly, I feel like these fragrances should just, you know, if a woman wants to wear a man's fragrance, if a man wants to wear a woman's fragrance, just go wear a woman's fragrance. It's almost a way for these companies to try to make more money by selling it as a unisex fragrance, and they know everyone is going to want to smell it. Okay, if it's a woman fragrance, most men won't go smell a woman fragrance, but you put unisex on, then now everyone wants to smell it. Both when men and women would like to smell it. So I think that's what their whole purpose is of doing this unisex thing, and then also pleasing everybody, because again, you don't want to market one thing to someone else and then, you know, they're like, oh, this is why is it only just for men? Why is it only just for women? So they say unisex. Now there should be no one that is anchored. Again, this is more feminine in my opinion, because of that sweet, syrupy, cherry kind of smell that I'm getting, again, with that little bit of nutty aroma. I'm gonna say this is more for a fall fragrance, okay? More like a cool weather fragrance. Obviously, if you're going indoors and it's kind of cool in the room, then it's probably gonna work just as well. But when you are outside, I probably wouldn't wear this in high heat just because of that syrupy, sticky, sweet smell. But obviously in the fall, you wear a nice little sweater, going onto a nice little pumpkin patch or something like that, or going to pick some apples at an apple farm. This is where you can wear it, okay? It's not my cup of tea. It is not my cup of tea, but I can see where some people would enjoy this. Obviously, again, fragrance is so objective. Everyone is so different. Again, there are plenty of fragrances where I can go out and say, man, 100% of the time, this is something I would blind buy 100% of the time and sell you guys on all 10 of those. And you guys might not even like half of those. You might only like 3 of them. Again, that's where we are all subjective. And again, we might all like, you know, my style of fragrance. My favorite all-time style of fragrance would be like a fresh, green, earthy, manly fragrance, something like Polo Green, something like that. Dolce & Gabbana K, something like that. Real, like, fresh, clean, just smells like a man, okay? Something like that. Polo Green, Your Highness Green, all those type of fragrances. But, you know, I might like citrus one time and green on one fragrance, but another one might not, because there might just be a particular note in that fragrance that's kind of turned me off. So again, with this fragrance, it's not a bad fragrance. I don't dislike it. I don't like it. I'm in between with it, but I can definitely see where people would enjoy this fragrance. Again, outdoors, kind of sweet, kind of syrupy, benzoin-y, if you will. And again, there is this kind of nutty aroma. Now, it's not, I mean, no one's gonna come up to you and be like, "Hey, dude, you smell like a bag of nuts." No, they're not gonna do that, okay? But you can get little hints of it. And again, maybe this fragrance probably smells better on when you're outdoors, when you got a nice little breeze. Maybe you can leave a nice little sillage or trail going on there. But it's overall, for me, this is just an okay fragrance. Now, again, it is quite strong, because when the wife did smell it, she was about a good 20 feet away. So that should tell you that the three little sprays that I did was able to reach someone 20 feet away. Now again, here's the thing. Here is the thing, you guys. Again, all these reviewers, okay, all of them will tell you a fragrance that is going to get you 100% compliments, okay? Again, this is all subjective, and it is, you know, everyone is not going to get the same results, because again, we are not walking with the same people as those people are walking with at that time. Again, you got to have people that are willing to come up to you and say, hey, you smell good. If you don't, you know, it's just coincidence. You might walk around 20 people all day today and no one will give you a compliment, and it's not because you don't smell good. It's just because sometimes people just don't have the cojones to come up to you and say, hey, you smell good. Man, if I smell some guy that walks past me and they smell good, I'm gonna let them know they smell good. I like that. But you know, not everyone is like that. So just because I get a compliment with this fragrance and you don't, it just could be circumstantial. Okay, so with all that being said, again, the Lattafa Pride, again, this is part of their affection lineup, Love. Again, I think it's supposed to be, is it Kayali? I don't know what it is, Kayali, or I don't know. I don't have the fragrance, but I think she has and I'm hoping she's a she. I think she has a pistachio forward fragrance, and I think this one is supposed to be similar or close to it. And if not, you guys can tell me I'm wrong. So it's no big deal. Peace out. Yeah.